Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, many channels don't have the courage to stick their neck out and say it as it is, but Republic is. Since day one in the story of the so-called mass burials in Dharmasthala, we told you that the versions just did not add up. And Republic Kannada has been breaking down the details, getting you the details of the conspiracy. Now, many people will say that this is a conspiracy, that we have an agenda to target these people, including the masked man, the complainant, and this lady called Sujata. But Republic Kannada dug deeper into each of those claims which stand exposed tonight. Layer by layer, we peel the conspiracy of the Dharmasthala hoax. Here are the headlines. From the masked man to Ananya Bhatt claim, was it a plot to defame Hindus, defame the holy temple of Dharmasthala? Does Ananya Bhatt not even exist? Every claim of this lady is not adding up. It appears there is a lady called Vasanta. Her name is Vasanta and not even Ananya Bhatt. Masked man is changing his own version. The names are changing with every single day. His claims of the sites have changed 17 times and he's in quicksand on the Dharmasthala hoax. Hindu seers on the streets in Karnataka, it's the biggest story. Latins media completely avoids the Dharmasthala hoax. Republic TV, Republic Kannada, the only channels reporting on the truth about the plot to defame Hindus. Congress finds itself in a data scandal. It appears that CSDS put out erroneous data. They have apologized for it, but Congress rode it to claim Maharashtra data mismatch. That Sanjay Kumar of CSDS, speaking to Republic TV, has said that he's already apologized for the error in the data. He says Congress should have been more careful. Congress yet to apologize. And starting this edition of This Is Exclusive with a big breaking news update that's coming in. We've accessed a letter of a BJP MP who has now written to Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, asking for an ED investigation into the Dharmasthala conspiracy. He claims that this conspiracy is bigger than what it seems. This is Kota Srinivas Pujari, who's a parliamentarian of the BJP from the Udupi Chikkamangaluru constituency. And he says, as widely reported across the country, a group opposing the Dharmasthala Manjunatha Swami temple in Dakshin Kannada district of Karnataka has attempted to tarnish its sanctity. He cites the Deputy Chief Minister himself calling it a conspiracy. He says the minister in charge of the Dakshin Kannada district has informed the media that a SIT has been formed at the request of left-wing groups. The Chief Minister has reportedly formed an SIT based on the words of an anonymous accuser. Government seems to have surrendered to this accuser. They're digging trenches indiscriminately, even at the base of the revered Hindu deity Bahubali, unsettling devotees. Media outlets have reported that a politician from Tamil Nadu is pressurizing the Congress High Command to orchestrate a plan to undermine the faith of Hindus in Karnataka. Meanwhile, news has spread that a Muslim YouTuber and his associates who are attempting to defame the temple have received foreign funds, and this is how some individuals have declared war on the Manjunatha Swami temple. I request you consider my letter seriously and order an ED inquiry on the foreign financial assistance received by those opposing the Dharmasthala Manjunatha Swami temple. This is a big breaking news update, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Republic Kannada Exposé and it's getting bigger. Have you seen Latvians media talking about it? They will not. Doesn't suit their narrative. Some of them even gave a platform to the masked man. When Republic Kannada exposed him, midnight emergency interviews were arranged by Latvians media channels and they will not report it. So in the last few days, there are many twists and turns in the Dharmasthala mass burial case. The masked man has reportedly told the SIT investigating the case that he was coached by a certain group, pressurized by a certain group to make the claims that he did about many women being raped, murdered and then buried. And as we dug deeper, Republic Kannada found out that there are many contradictions to his story. Masked man's story being one of them. And then there is this mysterious claim of Ananya Bhatt. Does Ananya Bhatt exist at all? There were claims made that she was raped, murdered, buried. But as we dug deeper, we found out firsthand that most of the claims made by this lady called Sujata Bhatt, she claimed Ananya Bhatt was her daughter, doesn't even add up. Was Ananya Bhatt a fictional character made up to defame Dharmasthala? Here's what we found out.
The sacred temple town of Dharmastala has been at the center of a controversy for over a month now. After multiple excavations by the SIT failed to unearth any remains of women, the BJP is going all out against the Siddaramaiah government. Hindu groups have now hit the streets in anger against the Dharmasthala hoax. And now, Republic Kannada has blown the lid off of the biggest conspiracy against Hindus. A lady called Sujata Bhatt claimed her daughter Ananya Bhatt was missing since 2003. She claimed her daughter may have been murdered and buried in Dharmasthala. Republic Kannada questioned her claims and investigated the truth about Ananya Bhatt. In the photo, she claimed a certain woman shown was Ananya Bhatt and said that she wanted to exhume the bones and give her a decent burial. When Republic Kannada investigated the photographs shown by Sujata during an initial news conference with cyber experts, a few leads came to the fore. They told Republic Kannada that the parties concerned turned a black and white photograph into a colored photograph. Sujata Bhatt had shown somebody else's picture as that of Ananya Bhatt. This mystery has been the biggest argument by those who claimed mass burials at Dharmasthala. With Republic Kannada's investigation, the Ananya Bhatt angle, and with it, the Dharmasthala hoax has been exposed completely. The story now falls apart, with the masked man also confessing he was under pressure from certain groups. With every lie falling apart, is this the biggest conspiracy hatched to defame the sacred site?
And let's go across to the first breaking news update that we have on This Is Exclusive, an investigation as we dug deeper. The photo that was shown by one of the key people to this case, link to this case, the key complainant, her name is Sujata Bhatt. She had claimed when Republic TV questioned her claim on Ananya Bhatt, she claimed that the picture would be released, and she said, if the picture helps me find my daughter's remains, I will show you the picture. But it appears, when we dug deeper, it may not even be Ananya Bhatt. As we went to Shivamogga, we went to different places where this lady called Sujata Bhatt lives, and that's the picture she showed on the left of your screen. That's her, Sujata Bhatt, holding a picture in her hand on the left of your screen, showing a photo which she claimed was a lady called Ananya Bhatt. And on the right of the screen, it's a lady called Vasanta. Now, it is mysterious. Now, does Ananya Bhatt not even exist? The claim made was that Ananya Bhatt was raped, murdered, buried in Dharmasthala. But does she actually not even exist? Because the masked man has been taking the SIT around to different spots, excavating, including at the feet of Gomateshwara. inside the temple premises. Nothing was found. Was it a plot to defame Dharmasthala? I'll go across to Nagendra. Nagendra has been in Dharmasthala and he's been investigating the story. Nagendra, why don't you tell our viewers, does Ananya Bhatt exist? Who is Vasanta? How did you get to know that she is Vasanta?
निरंजन देखिए मास्कमैन आके मैं अंडर्स टुगेदर लोगों को मैं बरेल किया बोल के एक एसआईटी को कंप्लेंट देता है, एसआईटी फॉर्म होता है, तभी सुजाता भट्ट बोल के एक लेडी आके वो भी एक कंप्लेंट एसआईटी को देता है। तभी वो बोलता है 2003 में मेरा बच्चा अनन्या भट्ट मेडिकल फर्स्ट ईयर केएमसी कॉलेज में पढ़ता रहता है, वो धर्मस्थला को आता है, तभी वो मिसिंग हो गया, अभी तक वो नहीं मिला है बोल के वो कंप्लेंट देता है। वो कंप्लेंट के बारे में एसआईटी लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए जाता है। तभी हम लोगों को थोड़ा शक आता है अनन्या भट्ट कौन है, सुजाता भट्ट कौन है, उसका पीछे क्या है, ये सीबीआई में स्टेनो करके काम करता था क्या नहीं। उनका इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के समय में हम लोगों को मिला ये सुजाता भट्ट 1987 में घर छोड़ के चला गया था, उसको बच्ची नहीं था बोल के उसका क्लोज्ड रिलेशन लोग हमको इंफॉर्मेशन दिया। तभी हम लोग ने सुजाता भट्ट को क्वेश्चन किया, अनन्या भट्ट नहीं है बोल के, थोड़ा आपका रिलेशन बोल रहे बोलने के बाद वो खुद इसका लॉयर मंजुनाथ के साथ आके सोशल मीडिया में एक वीडियो अपलोड करता है। वो वीडियो में उसका फोटो दिखा के, एक ही फोटो है वो मेरा बच्ची का अनन्या भट्ट बोल के, वो फोटो सबको दिखाने के लिए वो ट्राई करता है। तब वो फोटो हमने लेने के बाद वो फोटो के ऊपर बहुत शक आता है। वो फोटो को लेके उसका फोटो में ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट करके बाद में उसको कलर करके वो सोशल मीडिया में दिखाया था। तभी वो फोटो को पकड़ के उसका बारे में जानकारी लेने के लिए हम लोग इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया। तभी टाइम पे एक एक्सक्लूसिव इंफॉर्मेशन हमको कल मिला था। ये सुजाता भट्ट बेंगलुरु को जाने के बाद बेंगलुरु में एक बनशंकरी में एक रंगा प्रसाद बोल के एक आदमी रहता है, उसका घर में केयर टेकर काम को वो जाता है। उस टाइम पे रंगा प्रसाद को दो बच्चा लोग रहता है, एक बच्चा श्रीवत्सा और उसका सिस्टर विद्या। श्रीवत्सा का वाइफ था एक वसंता बोल के, वो वसंता का फोटो लेके ये सुजाता भट्ट आज आके उसको फोटो दिखा के यही है मेरा बच्ची अनन्या भट्ट, ये बहुत साल पहला ये मिसिंग हो गया है, उसको मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ बोल के एक कंप्लेंट दिया था। ये फोटो पकड़ के हमने उसको क्वेश्चन किया तो अभी भी सुजाता भट्ट वो नहीं मान रहा है, मेरे को एक बच्ची है और अनन्या भट्ट है, वो अभी भी मिसिंग है, आपको ढूंढने के लिए मैंने ये फोटो दिया था। एक ही आदमी जैसा 7 लोग रहता है बोल के और एक allegation तो कर रहा है निरंजन।
Nagendra, be with me because another bit of breaking news update. So, Nagendra, Republic Kannada team, Abhishek, all of them together found out that there are many loopholes, holes to this claim of Ananya Bhatt. Now, here's where it gets more interesting. Every claim of this lady called Sujata Bhatt, who you saw there showing the photo, has been contradicted. She claimed Ananya Bhatt was missing since 2003. Facts is that there is no record of Ananya Bhatt ever existing. That is the claim versus the fact. She claimed that Sujata had claimed that daughter Ananya was in the photo. The fact is the photo of a woman named Vasanta has found out during reporting. The claim is that all documents of Ananya were lost. She claimed that all documents were lost, documents were erased. The fact is there was no documentation ever of Ananya Bhatt found. Not even in the medical college. She claimed she was a medical student. There was no documentation. And Sujata claimed that she was a CBI stenographer in 2003 in Kolkata. But it appears that she was just a high school pass out. The lady you saw there who claimed her daughter was Ananya Bhatt, she claimed she was a CBI stenographer. It appears she was just a dropout. She also claimed Sujata was based in Kolkata in 2003. Sujata had claimed that she herself was in Kolkata. In fact, our investigation shows that she was in Shivamogga in 2003. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot have so many contradictions in one claim, in one complaint. It cannot happen. Mask Band says one site takes them to 17 sites, nothing found. There is a lady called Sujata Bhatt, makes so many claims, has been contradicted on each of those claims. Abhishek, it's not adding up. What is the state government thinking?
Niranjan, if I have to start with a whistleblower's claim, when he was produced in front of the magistrate in Beltangdi, he had given a written statement as well as a verbal statement stating that he was working in Dharmasthala from 95 to 2014, and after 1998 he was asked to bury over hundreds of bodies of women who were aged between 12 and 80 who were raped murdered, and those were the bodies where he buried in the Dharmasthala and also in the banks of river Netravati. He also made sure that he took the special investigation team officials from point number 1 to point number 13, where he very clearly pointed out, stating that in point number 13 there would be over skeletal remains of more than 30 persons. And it is sure that not only the state of Karnataka but the entire India was looking at point number 13, and despite that, point number 6 and point number 11A were the two places where only partial remains of skeletals were found. On the other hand, when the special investigation team officials got to know that he might be false claiming, that is when a vigorous treatment happened with the whistleblower, when he was kept under a guide, when he was kept on question by the special investigation team. He told them that there is a team which has been directing him to answer the special investigation team. It is clearly mentioned by the statement of the whistleblower that the team is operating with respect to the investigation.
Now be with me, Abhishek, because I'm getting in another breaking news update that we have also spoken to this lady called Sujata Bhatt, right? We have spoken to her. She's one of the key complainants, and if you're watching this broadcast, there was a claim that there were mass burials in Dharmasthala. This is the lady at the center of it. There is a masked man, and then there is a lady called Sujata Bhatt. She spoke to Republic Kannada. We have a conversation. I'm playing that out right now. We've questioned her on the contradictions. She claimed that the school records have been erased, college records erased, hospital records erased. It goes on and on when she's confronted on these facts. Listen in.
ಈ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೀವೇನೊಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅನನ್ಯ ಭಟ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಆ ಫೋಟೋ ವಸಂತ ಅವರದ್ದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶ್ರೀವತ್ಸ ಅವರ ಹೆಂಡತಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ರಂಗಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರ ಮಗನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಫೋಟೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈಗ ಹೇಳಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮೇಡಮ್, ನೀವು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್?
ಅವರ ಮಗನ ಹೆಂಡತಿಯ ಫೋಟೋ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ನಾನು ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಫೋಟೋ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಫೋಟೋ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಆ ಫೋಟೋವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಒಂದೇ ತರ 6-7 ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಸತ್ಯ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳೇ, ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆಗಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಫೋಟೋ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸುಜಾತಾ ಭಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ, ಏಕಾಏಕಿ ಬಂತು ಆ ಫೋಟೋ ಕೂಡ ವಸಂತ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಹುಡುಕಿಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳ ಫೋಟೋ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳ ಫೋಟೋವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನೆಲ್ಲೂ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣ ಮುಂದೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಮನ್ಸಿಗೆ ನೋವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಪರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳ ಫೋಟೋ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಇದು ತಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗದೆ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ತಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರುವಂತದ್ದು ಈ ನೀವೇನು ಫೋಟೋ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಅದು ಅನನ್ಯ ಭಟ್ ಅವ್ರದೇ ಫೋಟೋ? ಹೌದು
ಸರ್, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ವಸಂತ ಅನ್ನುವಳು, ಅವಳು ಬೇರೆನೆ.
ಯಾರು ಅವ್ರು? ಯಾರು
ಅವರು? ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಲ್ಲ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ?
ರಂಗಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅನ್ನೋರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ.
ಓಕೆ.
20 ವರ್ಷ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದೆ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಅವರನ್ನ ಸಾಕಿದ್ದು ನಾನೇ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಯಾರು ಬಂದು ಅವರನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ವಸಂತ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇದ್ರಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು? ರಂಗಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು?
ನಾನು 2005 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀವತ್ಸ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ವಸಂತ ಅವರು ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ.
Okay, so there's a longer conversation of that. In fact, very interestingly, she speaks to the Republic Kannada reporters, and she claims that all the records have been erased when she was asked these questions. Nagendra, quickly in 30 seconds, the BJP is also asking for an ED investigation. We have a letter. Where is this going next? State government also now suddenly in doubt. Is this case collapsing? Is it now confirmed it was a hoax? 30 seconds, Nagendra, jaldi.
निरंजन, देखिए अभी बहुत सारा अलिगेशन तो आने चुका है. लेफ्ट विंग में बहुत सारा यूएसए एड से एक एनजीओ से थोड़ा फंडिंग आया बोल के 10 दिन से एक बातचीत चल रहा था. उसके ऊपर आज एमपी कोटा श्रीनिवास पुजारी ने मतलब कंप्लेंट तो दिया है. अभी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने एंट्री होने के बाद ईडी लोग आके इस पे ऊपर इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने के लिए आगे बढ़ने वाले बोल के अभी बातचीत तो चल रहा है. निरंजन,
Thank you for that. Thank you, Nagendra, because I'm getting in some more breaking news now. The first pictures of External Affairs Minister Jaishankar in Moscow. Abhishek and Nagendra, thank you. Let me go across straight to that. A few hours back, he met the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in New Delhi. And there are pictures now coming in of the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, who is in Moscow. He has now reached Moscow. The External Affairs Minister, first picture there, he's arrived in Moscow. Jaishankar has reached Moscow on an official visit. Very interesting series of meetings in the last few days. Globally, when you look at it, I mean, when on one hand you have Trump meeting Putin, Trump meeting Zelensky and the European Union, and you have China, Chinese Foreign Minister in India, Chinese Foreign Minister meeting Jaishankar, Jaishankar now flying to Russia, Wang Yi meeting Prime Minister Modi. So this is the first picture that's now coming in of S. Jaishankar, the External Affairs Minister, who's in Moscow to co-chair the 26th session of the IRIGC TEC scheduled for the 20th of August 2025. The External Affairs Minister will also address the India-Russia Business Forum meeting in Moscow. And during the visit, the External Affairs Minister will also meet Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation, Sergei Lavrov, and review the bilateral agenda, share perspective on regional and global issues. That's the first picture coming in. We'll track that story closely here on Republic. And that's it on this edition of This Is Exclusive. In case